Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
This is the closing bell on the Stock Movers Report. The companies making moves at the close of U.S. trading with Carol Massar, Tim Stenovec, Romaine Bostick, and Scarlett Fu.
So let's talk about Paramount, if we will, because it's crossing the Bloomberg terminal as we speak. The ticker, of course, is PARA, and let me bring up the numbers here. Let's go to second quarter revenue. The company, $6.85 billion. That is just pretty much in line. The street was looking for $6.87 billion. Second quarter adjusted EPS, continuing operations, 46 cents a share. That compares with an estimate of 37 cents a share. We are seeing the stock, I think, initially, are we seeing it?
Yeah, it's kind of fluctuating, Carol, between gains and losses here. Of course, the stock that is going to be absorbed into Skydance and repurposed, if you will, one of the many earnings that we're waiting to cross the wire, and that includes Amazon. Carol, I believe Amazon earnings now on the tape.
All right, so let's get to it because we did see the stock gaining in the regular trade. Let's get to it. Second quarter EPS, $1.68. That is 35 cents better than the street was expecting. Second quarter net sales, folks, $167.7 billion. Again, that's a beat. 162.15 was what the street was looking for. AWS, always important. Net sales ex FX up 17%. That's in line with what the street was expecting. Second quarter operating margin 11.4%. That too, Tim, is a beat. 10.4% was what the street was expecting. Outlook, always important. Sees third quarter net sales of 174 to 179.5 billion, and Tim, the street was looking for 173.24. So that's a beat. Stock right now up about 1.25% here in the aftermarket.
Looking at what Andy Jassy says to shareholders, our conviction that AI will change every customer experience is starting to play out as we've expanded Alexa Plus to millions of customers, continue to see our shopping agent used by many millions of customers, launched AI models like Deep Fleet that optimize productivity path with our 1 million plus robots, made it much easier for software developers to write code. In addition, he says our AI progress across the board continues to improve our customer experiences, speed of innovation, operational efficiency, and business growth. Andy Jassy is excited, he says, for what lies ahead. Shares now lower by about 1%.
Let's talk a little bit about what they see ahead. Third quarter net sales between $175 billion to $179.5 billion. The estimate had been for $173.2 billion, so a little bit of an upgrade there. AWS, just to go back to it, remember there was a lot of focus on this because it's AWS, but also because we saw Microsoft put up big numbers yesterday when it came to Azure, but it looks like net sales for AWS beating as well.
All right, just real quickly, Roku shares higher in the after-hours trade as well. The company coming in with second quarter EPS of about 7 cents. The street was actually looking for a loss, so a beat on that metric. Revenue up 15% to $1.11 billion, and that is a beat over what the street was looking for, guys.
Hey, I just want to mention, I'm going to go to First Solar in a moment, but Amazon sees third quarter operating income of 15.5 to 20.5 billion. The estimate on the street is 19.42 billion, which might explain some of the bouncing around that we've seen in shares of Amazon in the aftermarket. So we've seen it. Let's pull it up. It's down about 0.6%, Romaine.
Let's talk a little strategy. The company formerly known as MicroStrategy, they've increased their fiscal year 25 Bitcoin gain target to $20 billion from $15 billion. The company sees fiscal year 25 earnings per share of $80 per share based on $150,000 Bitcoin outlook. Remember, Bitcoin's just shy of $120,000 right now. Sees net income of $24 billion. Sees fiscal year operating income of $34 billion. Their second quarter cash and cash equivalents has missed estimates. Shares in the after hours are, well, I can't really tell right now. Up about 0.5%.
All right, breaking news also here on Fannie and Freddie. Both stocks moving higher in the after-hours trade. This after a report by Bloomberg citing people familiar with the situation that President Trump has met with leaders at J.P. Morgan, at Goldman Sachs, and at Bank of America at the White House and asked them to devise a plan to monetize the mortgage giants. Remember, these are effectively the government-sponsored enterprises that have been in conservatorship since the financial crisis back in 06, 07, 08. A path, maybe, potentially, to to being released from that conservatorship.
Interesting to see this breaking news because, of course, we learned earlier today that Goldman CEO David Solomon was meeting with Trump on Thursday afternoon. We know that he invited J.P. Morgan's Jamie Dimon last week. I believe Brian Moynihan also scheduled to appear there. Now some details about what exactly they're talking about, and certainly a hot topic there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. These quasi-public-private enterprises have always been fascinating. All right, let's get to another earnings crossing. We're talking about KLA Corp crossing the Bloomberg terminal. Let me just pull it up here on my Bloomberg. And you've got KLA fourth quarter revenue, $3.17 billion. That's a bit of a beat. The estimate on the street was $3.08 billion. Fourth quarter adjusted EPS, $9.38 a share. That is certainly some outperformance there. The street was looking for $8.55. Let's go to the outlook. First quarter adjusted EPS for KLA, they're looking for adjusted EPS in the first quarter of $7.76 a share to $9.30 a share. The street estimate is for $8.17. Right now we're looking at KLA 10 Core up about 1.6% here in the aftermarket.
In the aftermarket, shares at Coinbase down more than 3%. Remember, these shares were up 52% going into the print today. The company with second quarter subscription and services revenue that missed estimates, coming in at $655.8 million. Total revenue for the second quarter coming just shy of estimates at $1.5 billion. Trading volume coming in shy of estimates at $237 billion. And second quarter transaction revenue coming in at $764.3 million. That's shy of estimates of $810 million. Once again, shares right now lower by about 5.4%.
Well, I have a good news story, and that is what's going on with Reddit, of course, reporting. And you can see that shares are up 11% after hours. That's after Reddit raised its third quarter revenue forecast. They now see revenue for the third quarter between $535 million to $545 million. The previous estimate was for around $473 million. So a big boost there. And it also helps that they beat on second quarter revenue as well. So a beat and a raise coming out of Reddit.
I'm just going to squeeze one last one in. Rocket Company is just reporting as well. Shares higher by 8% in the after hours trade. The mortgage company saying that adjusted revenue did come in above estimates at $1.34 billion. EPS coming in above estimates at 4 cents a share. And the guidance for the third quarter, the company says revenue should be in a range of 1.6 to 1.75 billion.
And just quickly want to end in First Solar because we're seeing that stock move up about 4% in the aftermarket. Second quarter EPS 318 to 266. Talking about the outlook, sees fiscal year EPS of 1350 to 1650 a share. That is above 1250 to 1750. So bit of a range there, but nonetheless, we are seeing that stock, which has been under some pressure, up about 4.6%. And just a reminder, we've got Amazon now down about 2.3%.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.